Recently we've added some extra icons to the BetTurtle race cards, these icons here, and what we would like to do is just take you through what each of these icons can be used for and how it can help you study the form. So let's start with the first one, the eye icon, which is a form summary. So if we click the icon, we'll see this page appear, this little pop-up, and let me take you through each of the key pieces of information. So at the top left you'll see the current handicap rating of the horse today, so rated 138. We've got it as green, so we think it's still well handicapped. Last time it won a handicap it was rated 128, and its highest ever rating it's won at is 128. So today it's a chase race, and they're the sort of statistics you need to think about. So the horse is definitely improving by the looks of it. What you can see down here is the dates of the last runs. Where you see a green, that means it's had a break of over 60 days, and then it's had sort of 3 runs since then. What you can also see is the key, our little key that sort of shows how the horse has run in a race. So if you see Gold Star, it's run close to form or better than it's run in the past. If it's got a key symbol, then the race has actually worked out well. There's been a number of winners from that race. And then if you see a little cup, then that means it's a top class course that the horse has been running at, so you could be reassured it's been running in good company. Again, when you see here the courses in green, means it's the same course it's now running over. So at Newbury, as you can see, it's already won. You can also see the course direction. So again, if you look at the left hand side or right hand side, you can see the horse has run both well on a left hand sided course and a right hand sided course, so a bit of information to help. We also highlight where the horse has won, so you can see this horse has won 3 times in its last 5 runs. And also we look at the distance, so again 22 furlongs, horse has won at Newbury already under the conditions. We can also see the going. Today is good at the moment, but as you can see, the horse has also run well on good to soft, where it's won, and also put up a good performance and won on good before. So again, it helps build the confidence. You can then see the class. So today it's a class 2, so we've highlighted those as green as well. And as you can see, the horse has won under very similar conditions and a class 2 as well, and a handicap. So overall, you're going to have a positive view of this horse's profile. I'm going to jump to the form here. You may be asking what these green numbers mean. So every time we register a top rating for a particular race type, so in this case a chase, we then mark the race as green. As you can see, the horse then ran to 152 up here, and therefore that becomes the new green, so that's its new best rating. And similarly with the hurdles, as you can see, over here it was 105, and suddenly it's hit a hurdle performance of 117. So what you're seeing here is an improving profile for the horse, and similarly with the speed, you can sort of check that as well. And also if we've got the same jockey run, these would be green. Today we've got Harry Cobden on the horse, so not recently rode it, so again that could be a positive because that's the main stable jockey for Paul Nicholls in this race. So that's what the form pop-up does. If we move along, we can now go into the handicap rating graphs. So this is a new feature we've just added recently, these sort of graphs. And what you can see here is on the y-axis we've got the official ratings. You can sort of see how the horse is progressing over time on its various races. We've also highlighted wins. So what we've done is we've put the different race types here. So if you can see, it's a chase race today, official rating 138. So again, if we go to chase, we can see the horse hasn't run that many times over chase races, but it's won 3 times there, which is pretty impressive. Again, if you look at the hurdles, you can see, just click on that, you can see the green line for the hurdles being represented. You can sort of see again a progressive profile. So this horse is probably unexposed, and it's going to continue to improve, hopefully. Okay, so that's the aim. Sometimes you'll see these graphs. If you actually use your mouse and just hover, you can actually go along and you can see the different points, and it can tell you the handicap rate and the race type to make it easier to see some of the information on the graph, because sometimes the horse may have only run once under particular conditions, and now you just hover across and you can see a little bit more detail. So let's move on. We can then go to the going stats. So this helps us understand, does the horse go in the going? So up here you can see the going's good. Keys down here that explain the various going types. So again, if we highlight the going here, we can see it's not run that much over the going, and again, what you can see is it's not really achieved. So sorry, I forgot to mention down the side here, instead of the official rating, we've actually used our own form ratings, because this gives you a better view of how the horse actually performed in the race. Okay, over time. So as you can see here, this horse is actually best performances have actually been on softer going. So that may be a little alarm bell. The good going may not be its optimal conditions, so something to think about in the race. Okay. So likewise, if we go to the D icon, the distance icon, again using form ratings, we can see the distance 22 furlongs. If we go over here, we can see it's not easy to see which one of these markers is the 22 furlongs. So again, if we just use our mouse and go along till we find it, and here we go. So its top rating's been achieved over this distance, so again reassuring, and we can go along and have a look at the others if we want to as well. Okay, so the horse has mainly been running over 20 furlongs. It's now starting to step up, and again it's improving as it steps up, so some room for optimism there as well. We've then got the condition stats. Again, we've got, if you pop this up, you can see how the horse has done over the various conditions. So the course, so it's one here, it's one over the distance, one over the going, one in the class. Races rated 145, 0 to 145, it's 1. And then it's got a pretty impressive strike rate in handicaps. It's only had 3 races, but won 2 of them. We can also look at how the horses, the good performances the horse is running. So again, reassuring stats. It's run 4 times since a break, and its last win was 1 day ago. But again, the horse hasn't actually run for 644 days, as you can see up here, and that's got to be a little bit of a cause for concern as well. So a couple of things around absence, things to think about for this particular horse so far. If we go to the trainer stats, you can see the which is the T here. We can then see the trainer's got a very good, Paul Nicker's got a very good strike rate here of 24%, great strike rate over the chase courses, looks in form totally, so no fears on that from that point of view. Likewise, if we go to the jockey stats, we can see similar sort of profile, all looking good with the greens. And then if we go to the sire stats, again, we might have a little bit of a worry. The actual sire's Cap Guardy has only actually won once in 21 times with its progeny. So again, not a great strike rate at the course, so another alarm bell to think about. Owner, JP McManus, 29% strike rate, so he does well here as well, so likes to have his winners here. So all in all, you got to then ask yourself the question, based on that information, is 13-2 a good price or not? Okay, so there are a few warning signs. So this is how you would use those pop-ups to sort of delve a little bit deeper on the race cards, and hopefully you then found that useful. Thank you.